Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Joe Is. I'm Joe, and this is War on the Sea. Last episode we left off, we were about to bombard the Japanese ports. We'll go ahead and begin right there. And while we do that, I want to say that I hope that all of y'all had a fantastic Thanksgiving, just as I did with my friends and family. Let's go ahead and get our fleet out of Dodge and go get them rearmed, because now they are out of explosives. Let's go ahead and look at the short islands. There's no longer an airbase whatsoever on her, so therefore the Japanese air power coming out of the Solomon Sea is now not only neutralized, but definitely taken down a peg or two. I did want to take a little time to say thank y'all for y'all's patience. I took some time away from YouTube to spend some time with family and friends, so thank you for y'all's patience on that. Another thing was that YouTube, basically I went from about having 500 views a day to 3. So I was like, yeah, you know what? Good time to take a little vacation. From that at least. Not in my day job, unfortunately, I do not have vacation yet. We'll go ahead and get back into it, and I'll quit bitching, and we will begin the campaign. We'll go ahead and rearm the task force here. 14 with troops that are already supplied at Renell Island, and take them up to Florida Island to finish off the Japanese there. Alright, Task Force 14 has managed to make it back. We'll go ahead and unload them. Gotta get a little bit closer. And we will offload the cargo. Get them back to Renell Island and top back off full of supplies and troops. As you can see, the Florida Island here is now as well and within our control, as long as we, again, keep the Japanese from bringing in supplies and forces, thus giving us complete control of 2 of the 3 island chains inside of the Iron Sound. Task Force 14 has managed to make it back. We'll go ahead and do the same thing, copy, paste, and repeat, and get them top back off as well. Task Force 50 has managed to make it back to Renell Island. We'll go ahead and get them rearmed and get these ships back into the slot, I think. We'll continue to push the Japanese back and hopefully stop their any attempts of them to take Florida Island. Task Force 40 has managed to make it back to base Enterprise. We will go ahead and split the group, get the Big E, if I can hit the button, headed back to Pearl Harbor for repair, and hopefully soon she'll be back to bring the firepower. And I think we use the Big E as our dagger. We've been using our carriers mostly as escorts and defensive platforms, but when a Big E comes back, we are going to use her to hopefully hunt down and find the Japanese carriers, which we have yet to find. Task Force 14 has just dropped off their supplies and will continue back to the Renell Island and again top off as well. You see we have the battleships at the base of the slot there ready to go in case we have anything coming our way, just as a defensive measure at the time being. Spot plane has identified our battleship group, so I'm going to go ahead and head her south out of the slot. I don't want to get ambushed by a fleet when we are not prepared. Task Force 15 has managed to make it back to base. We will go ahead and rearm and recargo them and have them head back to Renell Island. Alright, as the USS Thresher has made a contact on September the 20th, 1942. It's too dark for us to launch aircraft as it is 1800 hours. I think we go ahead and begin the mission and see what we can find out. Alright, there they are. There's the battle group. Looks like they have another battleship. Maybe an Icy class, I believe. Go ahead and get periscope up. Get targeting vectors locked on the ship. Torpedoes launched, and I'll bring you back. Looks like it is another convoy group. It's escorted by 2 heavy cruisers, as we can see in the right and the left there. We are in perfect attack position, so I think we just slow down and let them actually catch back up to us. Go ahead and get max 6 torpedoes, 5-degree spread. Go ahead and go 6. think we fire from the rear and the front. Give a good cross pattern on these torpedoes. It's actually a Fuso class battleship. So they don't have too many more of these battleships to go. We've done a lot of damage to these battleships. I mean, maybe, hopefully today we'll take out another one. I'll go ahead and get the rear one selected and fire when we are up. Here we are. And fire another salvo. Wait a little bit though. Alright, let's get Thresher out of dodge before anything untoward happens to her. And hit the dive, not E-blow. Hopefully I learned from my mistakes there. Get the retreat sounded up. And wait for the torpedoes to get a little closer. I'll bring you back when it's time. Alright, torpedoes are now starting to enter the water space of the battle group. Looks like we have a pretty good spread on them. We might even get a heavy cruiser here. At least one hit on her. Maybe not. Yes, we do have a hit. I thought that was going to be a little too in front. And we got a dud. Just one hit. Damn. Yes, two. No fires. So just damage and flooding. Get another heavy cruiser here. Come on. Yes. Another one? Yes. 2 hits on a heavy cruiser. She's seriously hurt. Still no smoke. Therefore we are not going to sink her, but we have definitely woke them up. They are getting out of dodge pretty quickly. They don't want any more smoke from us, so they're going to go ahead and sell out. And I think we go ahead and get the retreat order up. Minor, and moderate. So we really didn't do much to them. We'll see if we can't. Do we send the battleship in? 2 battleships versus 1 battleship. We have the numerical advantage, and these are good battleships. I think we hold off until we get that battleship out, and then we can send in our battle group. Just don't want to risk it, man. But I'll bring you back when it's time. Also, our Task Force 14 here, I think we turn them around. They are way outgunned, and there's no way they can take on that battle group. And they are loaded full of supplies. And no doubt that that's what that battle group is bringing in, is that supplies for Florida Island so that they can retake it. Or they might be going to Guadalcanal so they can rebuild their air base, which we cannot allow to happen. Tuna this time has made contact a few hours later. We'll go ahead and begin the mission. See if we can get eyes on the target. They are right there. Same group. They are still heading this way. So even though we've managed to scratch the paint on them, they are okay with it. And I'm going to continue on here with their mission. Let's see if we can make them pay for that decision. There's only 2 in this class, so it makes me think that we've already sunk one of them, or at least damaged heavily one of them. So if we can get the other one out, that'll be a whole class of ship completely knocked out of World War II. Alright, looks like we have gotten our most we're going to get. We'll go ahead and fire our rear torpedoes, our forward torpedoes, and then fire our rear. Here we go. Wait a few seconds for the torpedoes to turn. Go ahead and fire them now. Alright, let's get the tuna out of dodge. Heading for deeper waters. Get her to scope down. Brake. Head that way. Scope. Dive. And I'll bring you back when we are closer to the attack. There they are. Alright, torpedoes are now entering the water space of the battle group once again. Go ahead and get the view from the battleship. They are starting to crisscross. Beautiful pattern. Oh no. They're falling behind. We might get one. Let's go ahead and get underwater view. It's something y'all haven't seen that much of. Hopefully we'll get a good hit. Of course it is. Try to do something special for y'all, and ta-da, game messes with me. Let's see if we can get this heavy cruiser, since the first set of torpedoes completely missed their mark. Looks like these look good. Oh yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and go try this again. Wow. Note to self, don't use underwater camera. It must somehow multiply the dud number. So that was a complete swing and miss, thanks to the wonderful torpedoes that the U.S. had in World War II, at least at the beginning of the war. Alright, well, let's see if we can try it again with something else. I'll bring you back once we got the force located. Went ahead and merged the Sommers up with the Cavalier and the Joffre. Hopefully we'll have 3 more escorts, or 3 more destroyers escorting cargo and troops up there. Went ahead and moved the battleship group up north, just to be ready in case we just in case we are able to destroy the battleship. We can move in quickly and swiftly to destroy the remainder of that convoy. Since the slot seems to be cleared, I use some of my float planes to check out the area to make sure there's nothing where it ain't supposed to be. Using also to try to scout out a link. There's another fleet that's actually a little bit further out than we're used to seeing them come out of the Guadalcanal. So we'll go ahead and use a float plane, try to find this task force. It's probably just a submarine, but you never know. Well, you do know. It looks like another group. 10 ships, 2 medium. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's the original task force. Let's go ahead and move our battle group to directly engage. Hornet, it looks like she is well within range. So we will go ahead and launch from her. The Wasp, excuse me, is in range. We'll go ahead and launch a flight of bombers and hopefully do some serious damage. I think they're going after our island there. That's no other reason unless they're hunting the Wasp, in which case they are a little too far out of their way to do so. But I'll go ahead and get this flight up, and I will bring you back when it's time to begin the battle. Alright, I have managed to get a flight of Avengers and Dauntlesses together to strike all at once, so hopefully we will get a massive damage on this group and allow the battleships that are heading this way to mop up with fairly little to no damage. I will go ahead and get these groups targeted up, and I will bring you back. Alright, game plan is I've got the Avengers split into groups of 6 that are going to go after the heavy cruisers in the lead. Then the Dauntlesses, which I've split up into groups of 4, 3 planes apiece, are going to go for the transports, being that their bombs are a little less damaging. My thought is, well, the cargo ships have less hull, so they're going to attempt to bring down the cargo ships while these Avengers are going to go through the gamut and take on the heavy cruisers. As we can see them approaching in the distance, we'll go ahead and get a cinematic view for y'all. And again, here comes the baby-making planes. Alright, looks like this group is going to be pretty good timing. Looks like the flak's already started on the other side, which means this group should go unmolested until they hit the other side of the fleet. You can see the flak starting to really come up hard on my dive bombers there. There they go. You can see it diving in. Looks like we already lost one. Good hits. Yes, sir. Good hits. And a dud. Alright, we managed to get all 4 hits. Looks like one of them has put their fires out already. As here comes our torpedoes. First 4 away. Second group. Looks like they've dropped their torpedoes. Oh, heavy losses. Oh man. Here they come. Hit with a dud, another dud, a hit, another dud, another hit. Well, not the best hits, but we have done a lot of damage to this heavy cruiser. Let's go ahead and find out what kind of heavy cruiser she is, because I'm pretty sure this one's going to go down. That looks like a Furitaka class. 8,000 tons displacement. She's actually rather small for a heavy cruiser. She's a pretty one, but she itty bitty. So I'll go ahead and fast forward time here and see. Well, actually, it looks like we have another torpedo that just may hit. Maybe. Come on. Damn it. Oh well. I'll fast forward time here and I will bring you back when there's more to see. Surprisingly, the Furry Taco here has managed to put out its fires and is listing very badly, obviously, but is going to fight to see another day. I'm shocked. I didn't think it was going to make it. So it just leaves this, I believe, Megami class to hold the fort. We'll go ahead and fast forward time and see what happens to her. Well, she's going to make it too. Damn, it's just a bad episode. Keep swinging, but we just ain't bringing them down. Hopefully our dive bombers will get some of the vengeance, because we've lost, 9 pilots there from the looks of it. So hopefully they will manage to actually put a dent, since we lost so many pilots in that. Yes, we have managed to at least get some payback for our losses in pilots. We are not going to go completely with the 0 here. We're going to get 1 L, well, 1 W with a Japanese convoy ship. We still have another one on fire, so we may get 2 hits, but we will see. Yes, so that makes 2 W's with the convoys. As we have managed to sink 2 of them, that leaves us with a little bit of a headroom there after losing some pilots, unfortunately. But we won't have had a complete loss today. But we know the battle group is, and surely they're damaged enough that they are no longer going to be continuing on the mission to wherever they were going. I'm assuming they were headed to the east to invade our island or cut off our supplies to that island one way or another. But they will no longer be able to sustain that, and we will have sent them back to Rabaul. But we'll have to catch them in the next episode. Thank y'all for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Joe Is and War on the Sea, and God bless all y'all. Peace, love, tacos, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye.